Despite the cancel culture mob baying for his blood, unfazed, Jim swatted away the joyless cretins and started his own streaming platform, Ustreme, that focuses on the comedy people used to love. So, Jim, with Netflix going woke and maybe even going broke, could this maybe be the start of a renaissance for un-PC entertainment?
Well, Dan, that's the word round the campfire, that people are getting sick of it. And it's people listening to what you say, make them think, hang on, we're being duped here. We're being taken down the river by the they people who say you can't do this, you can't do that. And Netflix scratch their head and wonder why they're losing, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, because they're putting stuff on. They're just piling it all on, hoping that there's something for everybody. My channel is something for the people I know want to laugh like they used to. And it's great. Year one, we've had 10,000 subscribers through the door. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're signing up Jethro's old stuff, Freddie Starr's old stuff, all the things that we used to laugh at. But you don't have to laugh at them behind closed doors. You don't have to say, here, I've got a little something under the counter for you, my son. Here's Chubby Brown. No, that's all gone. They watch Ustreme instead.
Because, Jim, I think what I'm sick of is just wanting to be entertained and feeling like I'm being force-fed a woke diet of how I'm meant to think. It's like, I just want entertainment. I don't want Disney or Netflix or Amazon or Apple. I don't want them to tell me how I should think.
Well, Dan, it's $3.99 a month, and you can have a VIP pass.
Do I get a free membership? No, I'll pay. I'll pay.
Plus VAT. No, I fully understand. When I work live, I see an audience rocking with laughter. And now when I do my television stuff or I'm producing other shows that we're making, I want to try and get that same effect. We don't want to, it's not a university lecture. Comedy is about making people laugh and, making their side split. And the streaming channels, there's lots of streaming channels about, but we're a niche. I have a niche. Yes, and it's her birthday today, and my nephew. But it's... I should stick to the dirty joke, really, shouldn't I? But I think it's because that we are aiming for a niche audience, the people that are basically being forgotten, people that want to laugh like they used to.
No, and I get it, but Jim, tell me about your experience of being cancelled effectively by the London metropolitan elite who, let's be honest, they decide what TV programmes are made. What was that experience like, and how did it happen? How did you sort of realise, oh my goodness, they've cancelled me?
Well, you get the odd theatre that cancels you because it's whatever the council is. Let's see if it's a real lefty Labour council. Oh, we don't want that, Jim Davidson here. The worst I've ever been cancelled was from the BBC with the Generation Game. I was on every Saturday night. I did Big Break and the Generation Game. And then along came the BBC and said, look, we don't want to make another series of you. Thank you very much. You're an awful Tory voting person, working class. We don't really need you here. And they gave me £1 million to go away. And so I used some of that £1 million to make my own TV station, so I don't have to worry about the BBC anymore. But being cancelled by some unknown person in an office because they are upset about something they heard you do is awful. Not just for me, but for everybody. It's all hearsay. Oh, someone in the office said that this and that, and that. Oh, we better just cancel.
Yeah, because they're too
I'm never going to have a statue, am I?
They're too scared to have to potentially deal with any backlash. And it's like, the whole point of comedy is to be shocked. I mean, I just find it so depressing. And, Jim, I don't know if you've checked out much BBC comedy lately, but it's dire. It's not even funny because it's so woke. I mean, even Ricky Gervais, I don't think, Jim, could survive anymore at the BBC because they would censor him.
Wouldn't you just love to see him on there live?
Oh, yeah, I would.
It'd be great. Talk about the cat. We could do a double act, the pair of us, wouldn't that? He actually said to me, I was with him up in Edinburgh, and he said to me, Jim, I'm in terrible trouble. I said, what's up? He said, I think I'm turning into you.
He's the new you. No, look, I think it is a genuine worry, though. It's a genuine worry when comedians are cancelled, because you're not meant to be taken seriously. I don't mean that in a bad way. The whole point is for you to make us laugh and to say things that are going to shock and at times horrify, Jim, which you have a track record of doing, but that's why we love you.
Well, thanks very much, Dan. Unfortunately, you get cancelled because of a political statement. People want to say, look how good I am. We're not going near that or those awful comedians. We like the Nish Kumars of this world that sort of do a lecture as opposed to being, I know.
The least funny man on planet Earth. I mean, Jim, I think I've got to take you to training standards for even describing him as a comedian, to be honest. But Jim Davidson, you were always uncancelled here on Dan Wootton Tonight.